These pillars are crafted from solid gold. Dozens of such golden columns are arranged in an orderly fashion, forming a Faraday cage that shields the laboratory's internal environment from external interference. The interior structure of the lab is even more astonishing. The core area is completely suspended in midair using magnetic fields. Staff members must take a magnetic levitation elevator to access it. What's being so heavily protected is a quantum computer, sealed within a vacuum chamber. It represents the pinnacle of human technological achievement. Thanks to his exceptional technical skills, Jack was promoted by the company's CEO to work at the Pioneer Laboratory. Employees here don't need to work overtime, and there's no shift rotation system. There's only one requirement. No electronic devices or USB drives are permitted to prevent anyone from stealing classified information. Beyond that, there are no restrictions. Every employee has access to all confidential code, with no authentication required and no locked doors. Jack wondered what kind of work he would actually be doing. To his surprise, there weren't even specific job requirements here. Employees simply read the code on their own and figure it out. After the CEO left, he began studying the code. But after just a few lines, his brow furrowed. The content was unimaginable. If what the code described was truly feasible, then this suspended laboratory would mark the beginning of yet another transformation for humanity. This quantum computer's capabilities were identical to God's. The difference was that the employees here could freely manipulate this God. As he continued reading, his mental state began deteriorating. He even felt nauseous. Unable to endure it any longer, he quickly stood up and rushed to the restroom, no longer able to bear what he had just seen. The code was too horrifying. Finally, he couldn't hold it back and vomited. After spending some time in the bathroom, he adjusted his wristwatch, revealing a tiny camera. Returning to his workstation, he photographed the code. Jack's true identity was that of a Russian spy. If the laboratory were allowed to complete development of such technology, the consequences would be catastrophic. After finishing his day's work, he wanted to leave quickly and meet with his contact to relay everything he'd discovered. As he exited the laboratory and walked briskly forward through the forest where the lab was located, halfway through his journey, lights suddenly flicked on. The CEO stood before him. Clearly, he had already discovered Jack's identity as a spy. The CEO indicated he wouldn't blame him. While the human brain is a physical structure, where one is born and what culture influences them are the key factors in a person's formation, even a Russian spy is simply doing his job. This doesn't constitute a betrayal of the company. The CEO said he forgave him. Jack was terrified. Seeing the CEO step back, he immediately tried to flee, but someone was already lying in ambush in the distance. The person grabbed Jack, pulled out a prepared plastic bag, and placed it over his head, intending to suffocate him. The CEO approached, and under the illumination of the lights, he now appeared like God himself.